Welcome, everybody, to the Warrior of Light podcast. I'm your host, White Wolf, and in this podcast, we talk about how we're saving the world. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing what is a Warrior of Light. Well, get ready, buckle up, because here we go. Warriors of Light, let's break this down. So, a warrior, right? A warrior, to me, in my opinion, is a person who's willing to go beyond their limits, to train themselves, to live a lifestyle that will protect the ones they love, that is willing to do anything it takes in this life to give to those that they love with all their hearts, to make sure that they're able to have a beautiful future. They do it for others, not themselves. They're willing to sacrifice themselves. When we start talking about warriors, it's like a whole lifestyle. It is a path. It is something you choose to do day in and day out. I swear, you start understanding how to better yourself. You're going to be facing the horrors of life. You are going to be getting yourself ready to handle any darkness as it will come your way. And that's why you train hard, intense, to your maximum limits and beyond. Because at the end of the day, you want to protect the ones you love. You protect your, however you want to break it down. And this is something we got to talk about. Because sometimes, it depends on what we identify. Because what do you protect? Do you protect your family? What do you consider family? Your auntie, uncle, mom, dad. Is that it? Some people, we at this point where a lot of us disown family. And it's like, what do you fight for in this life? What is it that will drive you? And a warrior, when we talk about fighting for the ones you love, I think it takes a level of understanding that at the end of the day, we have ourselves to grow, and we start seeing, as we look inside, how we are all connected and we are all one in this universe. And it's like, why fight each other? Why not fight for each other? When we start looking at warriors throughout all types of history, the spirit of a warrior is what I feel like that is what it is. The energy. It's a form of energy. Because, we need to start talking about life as terms of energy. Break it down. Energy, frequency, vibration. Y'all know who said that. And that shit is true. We need to look at life a little different. Now bring it down. That warrior energy lives in everybody. But how do you tap into it? I think through certain practices, certain values, certain ways of living. What you value in this life, to fight to the point of giving your life and beyond. That, I feel, is what that warrior energy and how you attain it. The warrior is something inside everybody and is very strong and beautiful. But to bring it out, I think, takes a level of dedication, of understanding, of hard work. But ain't nothing in this life that's easy is worth doing. Now, breaking it down to the second part, the light. What does the light mean? Now, when we talk about light, I mean as in light worker. Well, what is a light worker? So, a warrior light, and the best way I can describe a warrior light, is somebody who, when we look at life, we start seeing how there's certain laws in place. There's certain things that govern the way we do things, that how we came here with our own individual personality, And a lot of times these are described in a lot of ancient systems and texts and different ways of just understanding religious text, period. And when we start looking at the grand scheme of the world, we can see how the strongest force in this universe is one: love. Okay. And when we're operating our day-to-day lives, we see that we're facing many difficulties. Now, some of these difficulties we have to understand we are causing ourselves because of the way our system is. And it's hard to describe just what is going on sometimes because we like to make things so complicated. We are great at making things extremely complicated. So that way we can really do shady things. We like to keep things shady, right? Now, here's the thing. When we start talking about Lightworker, we really talk about being completely honest and looking at the realities of life in the situation. Because the reality is, everybody, we have a world of abundance. And life should be beautiful for everybody. That is the realities of the situation. We have came to a point in our human existence where we were able to really do some amazing things. And we are currently facing extinction. So, yes, this is why we need to talk. This is why we need to break through our fear. You have to use your warrior energy to find the courage to really talk about how is life. How is life? What is life going on? What's going on with life right now? Because right now we're seeing a bunch of problems, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. We were talking about problems and solutions to the problems. Because you know what? When we bring the truth, when we bring the light to the darkness, light wins every time. So when we start talking about solutions, see, this is the whole key of a light worker. A light worker is really somebody who trains themselves to look at the realities of life and the universe and the game of life that we play. And they break away from the system constructed to make you think a certain type of way, because there's a bunch of programming. As we call it program, because as we can see, everything performs. Everything in this life, gives off some type of energy, and we pick it up through our subconscious mind. And so all these things that we're picking up through our subconscious mind, when it's all this programming, toxic BS, it will mess with our mind. And so a light worker trains himself to see the realities of life, to see the nature, to see how we operate, the human operates. We see how the universe is operating. We see we want a beautiful life for everybody. A light worker is about seeing through a bullshit. That's how I feel. And so then when we mix the two, warrior, which is about fighting with every ounce of your strength to surpass your limits for the ones you love, and light worker, which is about seeing through the bullshits and the illusions and seeing how life and the realities of life are so beautiful. We bring them together in this warrior of light training session podcast organization. This is a light work organization, to be specific. This is the Soul Society. Now I train warriors of light, and that's what we become. We become warriors of light. We become people who surpass their limits to speak and break through the bullshit that is causing our own extinction, to bring a beautiful life for everyone, and to save the motherfucking world.